Brendan, what are your thoughts on that today, your performance from your team?
Yeah, well, it was a fantastic win for us. You can see why Motherwell haven't lost a game. The build-up play, how they build the game up and the confidence they play with. The coach deserves a huge amount of credit because we had to be really on it and organised and in our pressing and we get a goal from that. But there was other moments where they come through the pitch, so they deserve a lot of credit for what they gave to the game. But I thought our players deserved it. I think all the mentality of going behind in the game. It's not easy to play here when you go behind, but we kept fighting. The subs coming into the game made a great impact for us, and that final 15 minutes of the game where we had them pinned back and moving the ball at speed and creating opportunities was great to see. So the players, we're nowhere near our level. That's the reality. I think we can all see that in terms of where I would want us to be, but you have to get results when you're a player manager for Celtic, and you have to find a way, and you have to dig deep and show heart, and the players did that today. Amazing.
You're talking there nowhere near our level that you want you to be. It almost seems to be epitomised by Dyson out there as the best player in the country last year, won all the awards. And as you've said yourself, he's not been at his highest level this season, but he's still out there and scores that last minute winner. How big a goal can that be for him?
Well, he just deserves so much credit. This is a guy that I'd seen him before I came in here, and then for my, over 2 years now, he's given his heart and soul to this club. Everyone's well documented. Happened in the summer, and that's not easy. And if it affects a player like him, then you know how deep it goes. But what he's done is he's turned up still every day. He's playing for me in probably the third position that if you asked him, because we have a gap on that side, and he's just got on with it. And you see the difference the minute he comes over and he's pressing the intensity, everything changes for him. And I just felt he's the type that can nick you a goal, and he gets in and a nice little move, and he gets the goal. So happy for him and his family, because he's given so much to this club, and he will continue to do that. But a great night and evening for him now.
Pleased with Rodgers' input as well for that winner.
Yeah, he needed to feel something in the game. It's again not easy for these guys coming in to play for Celtic. I've spoke to him because Celtic's great. You look on the outside and you see trophies and you see big games and you see European football, and it all looks great. But actually, then you come in and you realise, wow, the expectation here and what I need to do and every single day of my life, and then I have to produce then on match day. So I think for him it's all been a wee bit of a blur, but I'm sure over time he'll prove to be a really good player here, and his little body work to let the ball run across and a great cross in for Dyson to finish will be fantastic for him.
So given all what's going on, you said there, and the round pegs and square holes and all that kind of stuff, is this the toughest kind of test of your time here at Celtic?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think when I first came back, it was a challenge. But yeah, having to work so hard to try and get balance, try and get speed, try and get everything into the team when there's certain characteristics that was missing from the squad. But you need to win. You need to find a way to win, and I do believe that as the season goes on, we will be better. But we're not. People that have watched us, you see the speed in the team that we've had over the last few seasons, and it's not quite the same. However, we have to find a way. We have to find a way to get the win, and the players have done that today and shown a big heart, a lot of spirit, great determination, and a lot to fight, which is what you need over the course of a long season.
I think it wasn't more in general, more for individuals, but I saw the celebrations in the stands. It was quite animated. A lot of the fans, just considering what had been singing, in the lead up to that at times as well. You've had it all for the last few weeks, few months as well.
Yeah, there's no doubt that, and I see myself as trying to see if we can pull it together on the pitch, which can help unify everything, because it's what Celtic's about. You know, it's Celtic's a feeling, and clearly the feeling isn't quite right across the club. It's not right. However, on the pitch you have to win, and you have to continue to win, and this is why I'm so proud of the players today, because you see when we went 2-1 down, a couple of misplaced passes, it's you need to hold your nerve here and deal with pressure, and the players found that calmness and found that ability to create the opportunities, and then eventually one goes in for us. So amazing for the supporters, because even though we've only lost once this season so far during the week, it's still been a challenging summer and to this point, but that's for them, and it's for them to enjoy that, because you know, we thoroughly deserved it, but it was a good game.
Because what can that maybe do for some of the new guys as well, Brendan? Because it's maybe the first time some of them have experienced that power of Celtic Park when the equaliser goes in and the crowd are actually with you, and it's
Yeah.
a long time coming.
Well, that's right. I think that, you know, that's all part of the experience here for those guys to understand it. Guys have been around, know the difficulties and the pressures that are there, but yeah, it's that feeling that you get. That's what Celtic is, and to win a game and against a team that's very well coached and how they play, that was a really good win for us, and for them it'll give them a huge boost.
Brendan, can I ask you just about the league table? Obviously, you're 2 points behind Hearts going into the October international break. What have you made of them, and are you surprised to see them so high in the table, or is it something we saw it last year? Aberdeen did really well early on, 10 from their first 11 wins.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I'm not really looking at it. You know, I'm really not. It's still so early in the season. You know, my focus is on ourselves. I've got so much to concentrate on here. It doesn't really mean anything now at this stage. Of course, everyone wants to start well. Hearts have started well. Kilmarnock have started well. You know, but there's still such a long way to go. I'm just proud of this group of players that are having to dig in, having to fight, when clearly not. We don't have the same profile of players, and we don't have the same fluidity as of yet. But today we showed a big heart, and we'll see where we're at. We 7 games to go and 5 games to go. That's where I can really focus on it.
Brendan, see with Dyson this season, when he's been on the right, he's maybe not been as productive in the last few games, but when he's out on the left, then through the middle, he looked more like himself last season. Is that something you're going to be persistent with going forward?
I don't really know. We're constantly trying to find, you know, you put him on the left, then unless you can play on the right, can you? So but yeah, it's listen, there's no doubt he's left side and middle is where his strength lies, but it's the continuous job of looking to find the solutions. I think that normally over the course of pre-season you're finding out all these things, and then you arrive into your season and you're ready. We haven't been able to do that, so you're having to find out within the games themselves, because we're playing midweek games. There's hardly any training, so that's something I need to see in this period of games, and which I have done, and now we can go forward from there.
So you're looking forward to a bit of time in the training pitch, because it's been hard to come by, hasn't it? Although
It is, but there won't be so much, because a lot of the players will be away, and it's not like you have the whole squad and you have them for 2 weeks before Dundee. It's a lot of them will go away. Some of them will recover a little bit, but we'll be ready for Dundee, and on the back of a really good feeling from today. It's we'll look forward to a wee bit of a rest, but get to work and then be ready in a couple of weeks.